If you ask a Kenyan why they are not getting rich or why they are not moving from one level to another, they will tell you shida ni DCI ama KRA. Hao ndio wanawasumbua. Anyway, taxes is not something that we should be scared of, because if you want to move to the next level, then you've got to give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. My name is Anthony Mutugi, and I would like to take you through some of the things that you need to know about taxes, finance bill, what it will all entail. And I'll be making quite a number of videos as we gather up to the finance bill period, which of course Kenyans, we get to get some information. Sometimes we are disinformed, misinformed, or even we don't have the knowledge to know what should be done. Remember, the Bible says that my people perish for the lack of knowledge. And in that pursuit, one of my favorite guys who talks about tax issues, and one of the greatest, I believe, one of the greatest tax consultants in Kenya, CPA Wachira Joseph. You can head up and follow him on Twitter or X and learn a thing or two about taxes and the upcoming finance bill. So one thing I'd like to draw is that I'd like to be using his articles or his posts on Twitter so that we can discuss some of the important issues that he airs out and the situations that come along with KRA, so that we stop saying shida ni KRA. And today being on a Sunday, let's hear what happens to churches and when KRA come demanding for their money, and it's a church. Of course, we know that churches are not supposed to be taxed. But what was the context here? Let's listen to this article that he wrote about churches and taxes on May 11. Listen in. KRA has started counting tithes and offerings. When I was growing up, my parents took me to our local Catholic church. After the Sunday school, we all converged for the main service, Misa, Mass, for those of us who are Catholics, mnajua, Misa. When the time for offerings reached, the whole church always broke into this particular song as everyone queued with money in hand, heading to the offering box. Negera gai kire gyake, aha. Negera Kaisari, munei kire gyake, aha. Na Gikuyu nini? Na mumunyage ciothe na mumenyage ciothe ciumite kwa Ngai, aha. Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Naye Kaisari, give whatever belongs to him. And know that all comes from God. It is the men with deep bass voices who used to artistically inject the aha. I'm guessing that aha ni kama ile ya kale ka kijana kanasemanga ati unaweza nyonga na mkono ipate sikuembe. I'm forgetting the name. But huyu ananga bass anaimbanga na ni soprano ama ni tena tu. Okay, I digress. Then Wagura, the drum boy, sneaks in the beats and the whole church transforms into a live concert. To date, that remains one of the most melodious songs I have ever heard. Beautiful harmony. Now, all along, I was fully convinced Kaisari was Satan. In fact, when a stubborn boy misbehaved, we all told him, "Ogalie kwa Kaisari," or "You will go to Caesar, you will go kwa Shetani." Meaning, you shall go to Caesar, which in our theology then meant Satan hellfire. And the boy would apologize instantly. I know you. Karibu nitwange makofi for refusing to translate the song. So here we go. Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and God what belongs to God. But no, everything comes from God. It was later in class 8 that I discovered Caesar was not Satan. Caesar was a Roman king and tax collector. Lesson number 1, take your son and daughter to Sunday school. Now, there's a church called Thika Baptist Church. They preach and advance the gospel of Jesus Christ. KRA caught wind that the church was collecting serious tithe and offerings. They ordered for their bank statements. After analysis, what came out was a tax bill of 5 million shillings. The next morning, the pastor woke up at 3 a.m. for morning glory prayers. Which morning glory? Okay, I digress. He reached for his phone. An email notification popped up. Bahati mbaya, it was KRA. delivering the bill. Breakthrough ended instant. At dawn, he rushed to KRA and explained, "The church only survives on tithes and offerings. Tithes and offering are specifically exempted from tax by law." KRA could not hear any of it. KRA insisted that 1. Tithes and offerings are not automatically exempted. 2. A church must first obtain a tax exemption certificate from KRA. Only then can the offerings escape tax. The church disagreed. It argued that the law itself already exempts tithes and offering. A tax exemption certificate is useless where income is already exempted by law. The church said, certificates are only useful when income is taxable, but you seek special tax exemption. KRA got tired of stories. They only wanted 5M. I mean, 5M ni kitu ya kung'ang'ania na mtu kweli. Tunabishania 5M. Thika Baptist. So, the church ran to court. The tribunal looked at the case carefully. They agreed with the church. It ruled, tithes and offerings are exempted by law. Therefore, a tax exemption certificate is unnecessary. The church was ordered to pay nothing. KRA retreated to Times Tower, swearing Kaisari cannot go home empty-handed. They appealed to the High Court. KRA argued, for church offerings to escape tax, there must be a valid exemption certificate from KRA. Judge Majanja, having gone to Alliance, could not believe what he was hearing. He removed his spectacles. Imagine. Paused. Then asked KRA, are you serious? You want to tax tithe and offering? KRA nodded like this. Yes, yes. Judge Majanja turned to the church. He ruled, tithes and offerings are exempted from tax. Exemption certificates are unnecessary for income already exempted by law. The church was ordered to pay KRA nothing, zero, sufuri. KRA was ordered to pay legal fees to the church. Case closed. Lesson number 2. Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar does not apply to tithes and offerings. A church whose only income is tithe and offering does not require a tax exemption certificate. KRA will push hard. Special thanks to Thika Baptist Church for sealing this jurisprudence. Where? By the way, na KRA wanafaa kuwa wanatoanga tithe. Who should KRA tithe to? They should also be giving us 10% of the tax. But which is the official government church? I recently heard kuna church inajengwa pale State House and it is the official church for the government. Anyway, follow me for more udakus on KRA and why the problem between you and Kuomoka is the proverbial KRA and DCI. See you in the next video.